How do we document our child's progress without feeling overwhelmed? I have some tips and tricks for you today. Hi, I'm Cheryl, and I'm probably a lot like you, a hesitant homeschooler. I never imagined I'd be homeschooling my kids, but I knew the traditional school system was not right for us. In 2023, I started a podcast interviewing homeschooling families to learn all the ways there is to homeschool. And since then, I've interviewed over 100 homeschooling families. Now I'm here to share with you what I have learned so that I can help you homeschool with confidence and ease. All right, let's break it down. How do we document our progress without the overwhelming paperwork? All right, first, what you're going to want to do as a homeschooler is go to hslda.org. This is going to have all the states and the requirements for homeschoolers. So I'm in New York. We have most strict requirements there are, but even at that, it's really not that bad. I mean, it is because it's like my child and nobody should care what I am teaching them and how I'm teaching them and what they're learning, but we are where we are. Okay, so that's a different battle. So check out hslda.org and find out what your homeschooling requirements are in your area. Now for us, we have to submit quarterly reports. So I am actually doing ours right now for the second quarter of my son's first grade year. And what has been so helpful to me is to go back through my phone and look at the photos and videos of things that we've done over the last 3 months. Everybody has a phone in their pocket these days. If you don't, you're probably not watching this video. So I know you got something there. You can document your progress, and yeah, you're probably gonna be a little annoying to your kid, but that's okay. We're parents, we're supposed to be annoying. So I go through the photos and check out anything that I could use that I would not have normally thought of on my own. So for instance, when my son makes eggs in the morning, or a STEM project, a little STEM kit that he had gotten for his birthday that he took out and was working on how to build a solar powered car and getting that to run, and looking at how that can kind of blend over multiple subjects. So that could be a science, that could be a technology, it could be reading as he was reading the instructions, it could be math since he had to count out the little screws and where they went on the brackets. It covers so much. So definitely utilize those pictures and phone videos from your phone. You also want to document things that you did with play groups too. So take a picture when they are with their play group at the playground, or on a field trip at a local museum, at a park, on a nature walk. All of this stuff counts. My son's been obsessed with rebuilding his little remote control race car. So all of that counts towards the homeschooling. Outdoor activities, caring for animals. My son cares for our chickens. He gets them food, water, brings the eggs in, gives them new bedding. All of that counts. And camping trips, board games. So document this stuff through pictures, and you not only will have awesome material to put into your quarterly report, should you have to report on it, but you will also have memories that you can maybe make a yearbook at the end of the year and have that for your child as a keepsake. All right. Tracking your library history. This one's a cool one. So we use the library a lot. I love using book lists. Chances are your library has an app that you can use to check out books. I usually go to the Read Aloud Revival book list and order all my books 1 month at a time. And I will order them on the app, pick them up at the library, and the app actually keeps track of the books that we've checked out throughout the year. So this is very helpful when filling out my progress report or my quarterly report for the school. I will just go into the app. I don't think it lets me actually copy and paste right now. What I ended up doing was reading it aloud on a voice to text into either, I think, an email or the notes section of my phone, and I just read them all out loud, and then I copied and pasted and emailed it to myself, and then I copied and pasted that into the report because I'm very lazy and I hate typing. So that's the lazy man's way to do it. But yeah, just having a list of all the books that we've read throughout the quarter has been so helpful. Alrighty. Our next way to document our child's progress with minimal paperwork is leverage technology. Okay, I use ChatGPT more than I would like to admit. It's just super helpful. I know we want to kind of stay away from the AI and not let our brains melt, but it's there. People are using it and they're getting further ahead in life, so why not take advantage of it? All it is really is any information that's been put into the computer, it stores it and then regurgitates it back to you in a way that makes sense for your needs. So I use ChatGPT if I am thinking about ways to summarize what I did with my son this past quarter. So for instance, I might talk to text into the ChatGPT saying, well, we did go to a field trip to the local museum in Albany. We went ice skating. We went to a medical freedom rally. We went to the nature center in Colony, New York. We went to, 8 different parks in the capital region. We read these books. We played, 7 different board games. I can voice text all that in and ask for it to organize it in a bulleted format for me. So it just kind of makes it nice and neat, and might even categorize it if you ask it to for, what our intention was for the quarter, what we fulfilled for the quarter, where our strengths and our weaknesses are. So you can just kind of talk it in and it regurgitates it out in a nice, easy format for you. So I get it. I don't like using ChatGPT either. It might be the devil sucking the life right out of us, but I do it anyway. I'm guilty. All right. So the next way that I have for documenting your child's progress is just review the curriculum that you've used. If you use curriculum, look back at, put a little bookmark in where you started and see where you are now, and kind of just document what you went on, what you went over through the last 3 months. Where did you begin the quarter? Where did you end it? What specific skills did your child learn, like skip counting, solving for X, other math concepts, any key topics in like science, history, writing exercises that you've done. You can just easily look in, if you bookmark where you started the quarter, you can easily go through to see what you've learned. And then I probably voice text that into my phone and have it regurgitate back to me something in a nice format from ChatGPT. All right, another great idea to document your child's progress is to keep an evidence bin, or a memory bin. Might sound a little nicer, a little less incriminating, but having a bin where everything your child works on that year goes right into the bin. If you want to put a little layer at the end of the quarter to show when the new quarter is beginning, that's always a good idea too. Any artwork they've done, writing that they've done, projects they've worked on, just throw it all in the bin so that when it comes time to document the progress, you have it all right there and you can just go through and mark it on down in your worksheet. Okay, and lastly, use templates. HSLDA.org. If you are a member, they have a template that you can use and just input your information right in there. I did that for the first quarter, and then I wasn't really thrilled with the format that they had. But you can also go to Pinterest or just Google online forms for submitting child's progress, and you can kind of see how they outline that in different areas, or how that's outlined for you that other people have already done. Why invent the wheel when it's already been invented, right? So use other people's formats and templates and then just fill it in with your information. I like submitting the HSLDA.org template with my other documentation only because it shows that I have legal representation. Hopefully they won't bother me for things in the future because they know that I am backed by the HSLDA.org organization. But what I do is I start out with that one and then I add my own after it so that the whole document is all together getting emailed together. That's all I pretty much do. I mean, you do need to keep attendance in at least my state, and I just do that through an Excel spreadsheet. I'm sure there's easier ways. I know people have created those documents and you can definitely order them online. I just find it easy to have it on there and gotta do a little copy and pasting. I mean, we learn all day long every day, so it's really not hard to just throw in some hours and make sure that we are meeting the hour requirements set by the school district. So by organizing these methods, you'll have a stress-free system for tracking your progress and preparing your reports. I hope you found this beneficial. So thank you for watching. If you found this video useful in any way, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming content. I have some awesome videos coming out, one being why homeschooling could save you thousands in college tuition. You do not want to miss that one. And don't forget to check out my podcast, The Homeschool How-To, to hear interviews with homeschoolers. I will see you in the next video.